are the best new vehicles from a buyer's perspective? It's an interesting inquiry to respond to and vigorously subject to what you're searching for. A few vehicles offer some benefit, others go for greatness. An attempt to be generalists, others represent considerable authority in one explicit viewpoint. You might be searching for a hyper-productive electric vehicle, or you still need an unruly sounding V8. We haven't arrived to pass judgment here on what you want. However, nearly everybody concurs that they need the best car. So in today's video, I'm going to share top 10 cars for 2022. But before we get into the video, make sure you subscribe to our channel and press that bell icon to never miss an update. So let's get started. Number 10. Lotus Emira. The last petroleum-fueled Lotus dispatches this year. However, it vows to send cylinders out with, all things considered, a bang. The Emira is a supercar clone for sports vehicle lovers and is set for a flyer by being such a great deal, even prettier than Porsche's maturing Cayman. Then, at that point, there are the powertrain decisions. First up, a supercharged V6 manual to be trailed by an AMG spec 4-chamber Super. Lotus is on course for a gigantic 2022, with the new Emira being supported by the conveyance of the Evija electric hypercar and progress being made on the organization's initial introduction to hybrid SUVs. In the event that it can transform the family Lotus into a money printer like Lamborghini did with the Urus, the fate of one of the unequaled, extraordinary British vehicle marquees could be secured finally. Number 9. BMW M3 Touring. At last, BMW will construct an M3 with a major boot. Furthermore, similar to the savages they are, BMW has just found time to do it with the most questionable age of M3 of all time. Those grills, the programmed gearbox. In the UK, the Touring is probably going to be X-Drive all-wheel drive just, and with the greater last part dangerously near some unacceptable side of 2 tons. And in any case, with 503 bhp, it'll in any case have the jab to alarm your thoroughbred family pet. Number 8. Toyota GR86. Finally, the replacement to the Toyota GT86 goes on UK deal in 2022. The unpretentious name change mirrors that this vehicle has been fostered significantly more by Toyota's Gazoo Racing division, individuals who presented to you the astonishing GR Yaris, than the old adaptation was by Subaru. The formula is recognizable, yet a helpful slug more power and force imply Toyota's reasonable rear-wheel drive legend ought to have the muscle to open additional laps from its suspension. We've proactively tried a model, and this thing's set to be a TG legend once and more. Number 7. Volkswagen ID Buzz. That's right, one of our most expected vehicles of 2022 is a van. In any case, simply check it out. Finally, VW is giving us the retro-styled one-box human mover we've, without exception, needed. The completely electric ID Buzz and ID Buzz Cargo will offer either seating for an entire family or a major tub of natural air separately, and it's normal a completely tenable camper van form will follow. Batteries will go up to a powerful 111 kilowatts hours, with a asserted scope of right around 350 miles being mooted. Electric vehicles come not any more down to earth than this. Number 6. The Hyundai Ionic 6. Isn't Hyundai on an outright roll at the present time? The i30N and i20N are extraordinary to drive. The Kona N is totally frantic. The Ionic 5 is an incredible looking and splendidly acknowledged EV, and surprisingly, the Tucson hybrid is smarter to take a gander at than any present BMW. Comfortable as well. So it makes sense the new Ioniq 6 Cantina should be a half nice piece of unit. It's an all-electric Cantina with rock-smooth styling riffing off the Prophecy idea, in view of a similar underpinnings as the Ioniq 5 hatchback. Any semblance of the BMW i4 and Tesla Model 3 won't be amped up for this adversary arrival, yet we are. Number 5. Hummer EV. You were unable to make this up. Hummer, the military-propelled SUV-aholic brand which arose in the mid-2000s and made a terrible hash of attempting to lash peculiar Tonka truck 4x4s to a simply jingoistic public, is back. It's an all-electric exertion. How the circumstances are different. But this thing will attempt to out-Cybertruck the Cybertruck before Tesla hauls its finger out and gets the rakish get into creation. The Hummer will weigh something like 4 tons, have 1,000 pound-feet of force, and be equipped with 0 to 60 miles per hour in around 3 seconds. America, truck, definitely. Number 4. Honda Civic Type R. The replacement to the best hot portal on the planet doesn't grime about with the formula to an extreme. It shows up. A 2.0-liter turbocharged motor, a manual gearbox, and bunches of air all component on the Civic Type R models spied testing up to this point. What has changed is the grotesqueness. Honda seems to have understood the hot Civic shouldn't be etched by 18 unique architects who have never met one another or seen any other person's work. Number 3. Gordon Murray Automotive T50. 2022 is a major year for the Gordon Murray Automotive. Not exclusively will the organization get things started on another central command. However, conveyances of the 12,100 RPM tri-seat T50 are supposed to start in the spring for 100 extremely fortunate clients with lightweight and driver-centered tastes. We're likewise anticipating a declaration from Gordon & Co. on the following section of this new supercar adventure. Remain tuned. Number 2. INEOS Grenadier. INEOS Grenadier, cash where your mouth is time is quick drawing near for all the groaning exhausts who gripe the imminent new Land Rover Defender was excessively rich and specialized and costly. In 2022, you'll have the option to take your sham out and purchase an INEOS Grenadier, which indicates to get from where the old Defender left off concerning roof capacity, yet with BMW power under the cap. Costs are supposed to begin at around £48,000. Before we announce the number 1 car on our list, let us take a look at some cars that did not make the top 10 but are still very much a part of the best performing cars for 2022. Range Rover. One more old most loved that is guaranteed to go completely battery fueled is the new 5th gen Ranger, yet that will not occur for a couple of years yet. Straight 6 and V8 motors are the staple contribution until further notice, driving the back tires just more often than not, possibly going 4x4 when slip is distinguished with an end goal to save fuel. We love the spotless, fresh, reductive plan of the new RR. Roll on getting it grimy in 2022, while having a back need likely. Polestar 3. America is the objective market for Polestar's next vehicle mathematically, the 3. To such an extent, the SUV will be assembled stateside, and in China, honestly. Conveyances won't start until mid-2023. However, we'll see and ideally drive the 3 this year, which should give the new all-electric Porsche Macan something reindeer season to bite on. And now for our top pick. Number 1. Maserati Gran Turismo. In earlier a long time, there was just a single decision of powertrain in the Maserati Gran Turismo, a major V8. How much commotion your huge provocative Maser made was totally subject to how hard you stepped on the choke pedal. As indicated by most London-based proprietors, the right sum was as hard as could really be expected. Kensington reverberations to the cell of those operatic V8s consistently. Not so in the new vehicle, essentially. Close by V8 and scaled down V6 power, there will be a quiet all-electric variation. In the interim, Maserati is additionally plotting an EV form of the MC20 supercar. That's all for this video. What did you think? Which of these cars will you say is the best option to buy in 2022? Let us know in the comments below.